This is Lawrence D. Adams. This is when spirituality and the game combines. You have the thinking class. We're today, we're talking about the demand for femininity. So you want to join us today? I'm going to start this off just to kick it off, just to stir up the thing, stir it up a little bit. Let me switch this. Yeah. Demand for femininity. Shout out to KJAP.PM. Demand for femininity.
Don't forget it, cause I can give you what you need. I'll be your fantasy, I got you. Tell me what you want, babe, then come get it. Tell me what you want, babe, go get it, man. Don't forget it, babe, and you'll get it, man. Don't forget it, babe, and you'll get it, man. Don't forget it, babe, you'll get it, man. Don't forget it, babe, man.
Shout out, this is the thinking class. This is Lawrence D. Adams. Let me fix the camera right quick. We're talking today about the demand for femininity. The demand for femininity. I didn't stir it up. Let me cut this other light on. I knew something was missing. Cut this other light on. There we go. There we go. Now we're shining bright. The demand for femininity. Shout out to, let me stop this. Her name is, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I put it in the chat room. She's on Instagram. I used her video. So anybody don't be trying to say, I let her know. I'm gonna put her Instagram in the thing. Her Instagram is KAJIP. There we go. I used her Instagram. That was her dancing. Beautiful. I enjoyed it. So there ain't nobody coming and say, oh, he's jacking people's stuff. But we're talking about the demand for femininity. We didn't talk about the demand for masculinity. We didn't talk about it. But really, the real thing that we got at the end, what's going on, brother? What's going on? What's going on? Matter of fact, I got to take care of that too. Shout out to you. Yeah, we didn't talk about the demand for what's going on, Joe Blas, Wade, William. What's going on, brothers? What's going on? We didn't talk about the demand for masculinity in the place when there's so much fake masculinity. But the reality of it is, what's really going on, we need to talk about the demand for femininity. Let me say that again. That's a hard word for a lot of people to digest. The demand for femininity. What's going on, Leslie Graham? What's going on? What's going on? Shout out to you. Been knowing her since cat was a kitten and kitten was a cat. Shout out to you. But the demand for femininity. And what happens is the crutches and the excuses that have been given to women why they're not in their femininity can no longer be used. It can no longer be used anymore. In the advent of so much information, in this information age, there's no excuse why a man can be in his masculinity, and is not going to be an excuse why a woman cannot be in her femininity. I know the excuses that are going to come on. So let me cover some, because somebody said something in my comments I got to sort of address to bring it home by the demand of femininity. We also know that femininity and masculinity are two polarities that resides both in men and women. We understand that. But the polarity in a man, in a man is what? Towards his masculine. The polarity in a woman is in her what? Feminine. That is by nature. I know it scares people in this day and age when everybody wants to be equal in her. So please don't come after me talking about I'm coming after other people. I'm not. We're talking in the confines of this conversation. The polarity of masculine and feminine are what? Inside of a man and also inside of a woman. The natural inclination is for a man to go towards the polarity of his masculine energy. And the natural inclinations of a woman is for her to go into her what? Femininity. But what we have, because of social constructs, we have women who are now in their masculine polarity and not in their feminine polarity. And now they don't know how to get back. They're Dorothy trying to get back home. They're trying to click their heels to go back to Kansas, and they can't get back to Kansas. And Kansas is where home is, and home for a woman in the confines of what we're talking about is in her femininity. How many women have been trying to click their heels to go back to Kansas and get home, and they ran across the scarecrow, they ran across this Tin Man, they ran across the what? The lion, only for them to try to get home to Kansas because they're lost from their place in what? Their femininity. Their femininity almost feels strange because they've been taught not to be in their femininity. They've been taught to be their own protectors, which I agree to a degree, but they're taught not to even find home or a refuge in their own femininity. They've been taught by the generation before this, silent generation, and the baby boomers have taught women that, hey, in essence, you don't need that. You don't need that masculine energy. You don't need that masculine man. You need to become both pole. You need to become what? Both the male and the female all in one. Don't come back to Kansas. That upbringing was a lie. You've been told that you can do both. That is the reason why let's be very clear. That is the reason why a lot of women have a lot of psychological issues going on, because they have not tapped into their what? Femininity. That's the reason they have a lot of physical ailments going on, is because they have not tapped into their feminine energy. Let's be very clear about this. We try to run away from this, but we don't want to deal with the hardcore facts that a lot of women have abandoned and have been taught to abandon what? Their femininity. And so we're saying, and men have been saying, or men, because they've been silenced for so long, is that, you know what? Where are the feminine? We always hear from the women, well, where are the good men at? So look what's going on. Where are the good men at? Wait, no good men around here. We heard, if I can get a poll of how many men have heard that during their lifetime, where are the good men at? I can't find no good men. These men ain't about nothing. Where are the good men at? If you have heard that as a man, or if you heard women say that, please put a number 1 in the chat room. Please never put a number 1 in the chat room. If you have heard, where the good man, ain't no good men around here. These men ain't nothing. They ain't nothing but dogs. All they want to do is hump. All they want to do is do this. If you have heard from women express clearly more than once on TV, on shows, that they always say, where are the good men? If you heard that, please let me know in the chat room.
Execute Order 66.
If you heard that you heard women say, ain't no good men around here. These men ain't nothing, but they ain't nothing. You try to go to church, they ain't there. You go to the club, they ain't there. These men ain't nothing. Now, when the rabbit has the gun, oh, why are we pointing fingers? When the rabbit has the gun, why are we pointing fingers? Let me say that again. When the rabbit has the gun, everything changes. Now the men say, hey. Okay, you didn't say it enough that there ain't no good men. But what now we as men are saying, hey, where are the feminine women? Where are the feminine women? Where are the women that are feminine? Where are the women that are soft as a rose petal? Where are the women who know who they are, but they are not afraid of their femininity? See, when men start saying it, it becomes a problem. When men start saying that, oh, it's a problem when men speak up and say, we demand femininity. Then everyone comes with excuses, reasons. They're gonna give you a history lesson. It goes back to slavery. And then if you think about it, it's not just in the United States. It happens in Australia. It's happening in Africa. It's happening in Europe. It's happening in Colombia. We're seeing a whole trend of the lack of femininity. So don't think it's just predicated to the United States or that it's not happening in Canada. This lie that women, that being feminine is is the same of not as running over. Yeah, they want to give us history lessons, Wade. You know, back in 1932, when women had this right, they want to give a history lesson. Oh, it's here. It's there too with you. See, it's there with you in the Netherlands. Yeah, they want to give you a history lesson. If I was to really give you a history lesson, we'll break it down. We'll really break it down for us with the United States. The real issue is, we break it down. We're going to talk about the demand for femininity. We break it down. The real issue is that the women's rights movement that started in the turn of the century, Susan B. Anthony, was really was about, they wanted power. They were upset that the United States have given Black men the ability to vote, or that they can vote. And they feel that they should have had the power. That's where the real issue is. So that whole narrative has sprung all the way down to the 60s. Just get your history lesson together. Oh, yeah, that one did. Yeah, submission is synonymous with slavery. You're going to put me in a slave. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And then you want me to, I see you, Jackie. I feel you. I see you. Now you want me to get definitions of what femininity is. It's the opposite of masculinity. It's the opposite of what you say you're looking for in a man. See, what happens is, this is the danger. This is the danger. It becomes a point of, you define this, and then I define this, and that's what it is. I understand the game. So I'm not trying to dismiss what you're saying about not defining it. But I understand, if once I've defined it, guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen? That next logical thing, or the next thing is going to say, well, I know women in my circle, I know women in my group who are like that, but that's not the world. The next thing will happen is, if I define femininity to the lowest common denominator, well, that's only one definition. I know the next step was going to happen. It's the opposite of masculinity. It's the opposite of what you're looking for in a man. The demand for femininity. So of course, the first thing that was going to, if I defined it, is that, well, are you saying that she needs to be in the kitchen? Are you saying that she needs to be cooking and cleaning and washing the walls and picking up the kids and doing all those things? So it's going to take into that whole argument. Did that mean that she does whatever he says do? That's femininity. All that will try to encompass to dismiss the argument that there is a demand for femininity. See, I watched this. I dealt with it for years. My dentist is feminine. I love going to see the dentist. Right. Femininity at its core is energy. It is Monica Cooper, she sent me something. Let me go to Monica Cooper sent me. Monica. She sent me something so good. She sent me masculine energy versus feminine energy. Natural feminine energy is emotional, intuitive, creative, surrender, stillness, vulnerability. The opposite of that, a masculine energy, is this: focus, confident, logic, stable, clarity. So natural femininity, this is something that Monica Cooper sent me on the back end. Emotional, intuitive, creative, surrender, stillness, vulnerable. Yeah, I understand. in all that getting, we have to get understanding. But I may agree. I understand. It's the opposite of masculinity. It is the opposite of masculinity. So when we look at it, the demand for it is always there. Anybody, any woman can tell me, can see a woman. She knows when a man is in his masculine, and she knows when a female is in her masculine or in her feminine. A woman, I've said this multiple times on this channel, when a woman walks in, she doesn't even have to say a word. She can have on a dress. She can have on a dress. She can have her hair, whatever the case may be, lipstick, whatever the case may be. But she walk in, she's in the essence of her femininity. It is at her core. It is at her spirit. It is her intentions to walk in the essence of her femininity. It is at the essence for a woman to walk in her femininity. What happens is, why the argument comes up is because we want to debate. We want to debate whether she should, where we want to debate. Really, the real debate is, I don't want to give up my masculine power. I'm not saying you, Jackie, per se, but some women don't want to give up their masculine power because of their fear of not being protected, and that their protection is in them being in their masculine energy. So being in their feminine energy makes them vulnerable. Actually, when your woman is in her feminine energy, it actually feeds her soul. It actually nurtures her soul. It actually re-energizes her soul. A woman cannot bear but so much masculine energy, and it not takes a toll on her body, and it not takes a toll on her emotions, that it does not take a toll on her what? On her psyche. We know the difference between what? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's it. I love that definition. Thank you. I agree. If you mean traits such as nurturance, sensitive, sweet, supportive, gentle, warm, passivity, cooperative, expressiveness, modest, humility, empathy, affection, and tenderness, and being emotional, kind, helpful. Thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Bingo. Woman in her femininity. The thing of it is, a lot of women don't want to take their Wonder Woman. They don't want to take their what? Wonder Woman outfit off. A lot of women do not want to take their Wonder Woman outfit off. They want to keep the lasso on and constantly fight all the time. I'm not saying fight literally, but fight everything and realize when they get home, that man don't want Wonder Woman. They want the regular Linda. I can't think of her name. Linda Carter. They want the regular Linda Carter. They don't want Wonder Woman. And please don't come in there. I'm not saying I went all women like that. I promise you. What man wants to come to what man wants to come home to another? Now, some men do, granted, I'm not trying to whatever. This is not that show. But what man wants to come in on, hey, how was your day, honey? It was good. How was your day? Everything good with you? Yeah, everything fine with you? Yeah. All right. And y'all walking around in circles like y'all about to go at it. You want some of this? You want some of this? Too many women are in their masculine, and there's demand on women in the church, at that job, at home, with your kids, with your husband, with your boyfriend, with whoever, for you to be in your masculine, in your femininity. There's a demand. See, every woman can say, yeah, we want good men. Where the good men at? But when a man says, guess what? And when a man says, I need you to be in your femininity, it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a problem. Right, Leslie? And I understand that. It could be what she's been through. Guess what I'm going to say? Prayer therapy. There's no excuses no more. I know y'all may not like it because there's no excuses for think about it. The world does not care what you have went through. A man knows, the world knows, the man knows that in the world, if he goes out there and tell his job, man, you know what, my wife didn't cook me lunch today, and my kids were doing bad in school, and I only found one of my shoes to go at work. They're gonna look at him like, really, bro? Really? Are you gonna clock in or what? The world cares nothing about what you have gone through. I hate to break people's bubbles, but that is the truth. You care not that I was homeless at one time. You care not that I've lost everything and got it back. Okay, good. Oh, good for you, LDA. They care nothing about that. The world cares nothing about that. And what happens is I'm trying to break every leg of excuses of why you as a woman cannot be in your femininity. We all have went through stuff. If I were to tell my story, y'all be LDA, shut up. We ain't gonna stop whining. I promise you. I promise you. But there is no excuse for no woman in the sound of my voice and around the world not to be in their femininity. Is it going to cost you something? Yes. Is it going to be work? Yes. Well, people let me tell you something that's going to happen because I'm trying to help some women out. If you decide to walk in your femininity, those in your crew, your girlfriends are going to turn on you. They're going to, what's going on, Rudy? They are going to turn on you for walking in your femininity and not doing like they do, bashing men, putting men down, saying men ain't trash, men ain't doing this. They will turn on you. Misery loves company. Masculine women enjoy masculine women because they get off on what they ain't, which is not what? Feminine. There's a demand for women to be feminine. Men are saying this is very clear. Men, let's be very clear. A man would see, this is the thing. Men would have sex with you. Men would have sex with you. So you can say I can get a man, but that doesn't mean you got the ultimate thing, which is the ring in his name. So he'll have sex with you. But men will go to where they are appreciated and where they can feel they can feel the energy of the opposite of them, which is what? Femininity. They will run. I keep telling you, I'm trying to warn, I'm trying to help the women to let you know. You wonder where all the good men are at? Bingo! They're gone. They're gone the other way. They're going to out the country. They're going to who you think other cultures, for all y'all on cultural thing. They're going other places where they can experience true femininity. They don't want to deal with rough and stuff and Afro puff. They don't want to deal with that. After a while, they're gonna say, well, you know what? Okay, you went through something. How long are you gonna carry on with that? I mean, this is a hard pill to say. I know. This is a hard pill, but it's the truth of the matter. And femininity, see, a woman can, I promise you, a woman can have some overalls, have one side down, but she can flip her hair in such a way, guess what happened? Femininity will ooze on out of her. So don't get caught up in what she wears. A woman can have on a military outfit and still be what? In her femininity. It is the essence of who she is. Now, when a woman does have on something that accentuates her femininity, her eyes, her hair, her nails, her the way she walks, she's taking care of herself. See, every man knows when he sees a woman walks. I seen it yesterday with this Islamic woman, this Muslim woman, walking down the hallway, fully clothed from head to toe. She had on heels, but she was in her femininity. She didn't yell that she was feminine. She wasn't like, yeah, I'm about it. Nails was going like this. No, she was in her femininity. Do you know what it did? It made me do a double take. Now, mind you, there were women all around me who, butts out and everything, not butts out, but tight outfits on and everything like that. But what caught my attention was not with the butts out and the tight clothes and all like that. What caught my attention was the woman who was seemingly walking on clouds because she was in her femininity. Why do you think men go to strip clubs? Do you think they go to strip clubs so they can see women in Timbs? Come on, somebody, come on, Red Pill.
You can't make this up.
Do you think guys go to strip clubs so they can see a woman? Yeah, what's up, man? You coming in here? What you want? Okay, sit down right there. Do men go to, please somebody answer this in the chat room. Do men go to strip clubs so they can see masculine women? I'll go get some water. Do somebody answer that question? Do men go to strip clubs so they can see masculine women? And somebody can answer me that? You know what? Do men go to strip clubs for masculine women? I'm just wondering. You caught her glaze, didn't you? When you see those eyes that tell me everything right. Do men go to strip clubs? Y'all men better answer. Help me out, brothers. I thought, why do men go to strip clubs? They're going to see women in Timbs. They're going to see them in overalls. They go in there because Why do you think men go to? Yeah, they're going to see flesh. But the women know not to be in what? Not to be masculine. Men go and get what? They go and sip from the censoring or from the cup of what? Femininity. They don't go there for any other reason. I mean, they go there for lust, of course, the ladies' bodies, of course. Don't get me wrong. But the women know their assignment when they go there. Hi, how you doing? Music is always going. Music is always going. Trust me, men are not going there to see masculine women. So y'all can pretend y'all well, give me show me what femininity y'all talking about. Take it out there. Who's going to see a stripper named Debo? Get one. And you notice that think about it. And the strippers have unique names: Candy, Champagne, Butterfly. They all have feminine names. I don't know why we missed. They ain't going there for no show. They going there because the woman is giving them the opposite of what they had, their femininity, and of course lust. Don't get me wrong. You tell me a stripper named Toolkit or Hammer or Cornbread. Ain't no man going to no strip club when the stripper's name that. Yeah, they can go for the show, but yeah, and they're going for the woman that's doing. Now let's take it even now. Even the belly dancer, since y'all want to get a little, some people get a little sensitive in their feelings. Even with the belly dancer, the woman is working her what? Her body in such a way that the energy, the feminine energy is coming off her. She's not doing it like, she's not doing that. She's working her essence of who she is, her femininity. Y'all better catch this. And I'm telling y'all to go, I'm not telling men to go to the strip club. I know men go to the strip club. I've been once or twice, whatever the case may be. And then also, I'm not telling women to go be strippers. Yeah, ain't nobody think about who's shorty with that joint. Man, that big body. Yeah, nobody's going there. They go there because they know the women are feminine. Bing bong. See, this is the problem. Women think that they know what the consumer of men wants, and they try to give them what they think they want. So what women do, they give men, the consumer, what they want from a man. They give them masculinity. Take this masculine burger. When men are saying, can I have a masculine full meal, please? Female, can I have a feminine female course, please? You can't give what you want from the man. Please understand that that's the difference. So all we can say, yes, is a demand for femininity. Oh man, see, now you want to talk about belly dancing. Why you think, do you know men? I mean, there are men who do it, but do you really think men are out there belly dancing? Oh, no. Men in the old times would go pay big money. The woman ain't stripping. She's just belly dancing. Why do you think they're going there after a war, after fighting? They go there to relax and to be in the presence of a woman that is feminine. He's not going to deal with his mama or someone who's trying to tell him, you need to sit over there, Junior. Put them clothes on over there, boy. No. There's a demand for femininity. And this is the thing, whether you like it, what strippers know. They know, and those and women outside of the country who are feminine, what they know how to give the consumer what he wants. I listened to Patrice O'Neal give an example when he went down to Brazil. He realized that these women knew what the consumer wants. They knew how to say, hey, daddy, what's going on? What do you want? What are you looking for? Have you eaten? They're doing everything they know the consumer want because they realized that there was going to be a transaction that's going to take place. So while you might be fighting this, everything I'm saying, tooth and nail, that is all energy and anybody, you can fight all the energy and use you want. Men are voting, and I'm going to say this, I might need a shirt. Men are voting with their feet. Men are voting with their feet. telling you, they know what the problem is. A lot of women have not studied men because they're so stuck on themselves. And so for now, since they so stuck on what I want, it's me, what I want, what I said, what that is about what you want. You never know what the consumer, the man that you really want, needs from you. And the first thing he needs is your femininity. Trust me, I've seen women who by the natural order of things were not good looking. She was soft on the eyes. I'm trying to be nice with what I'm saying, so y'all don't think I'm bashing women. She was not the prettiest flower in the bunch. She was not the prettiest flower in the bunch. But guess what she knew how to do? She knew how to be feminine with that man. She knew how to take time and listen to him. She knew how to take time and listen to him. Why? Because she understood. She understood that her consumer was looking for a certain thing. So is it a demand for femininity? Every man in here will tell you that there is a demand for femininity. And this is the next thing, because I got to make this point. Men are tired of debating about whether you going to be feminine or not. I'm telling you, men are not debating with you. They're not fighting with you. They're not doing anything they do. What? Because you don't want to be feminine? That's okay. See you on the go around. I may do something after dark with you, but I ain't going to be with you. One man's ugly is another man's exotic. I promise you, I'm telling you, men are not. They're not debating with you. They're not fighting with you. They don't care if you look like Lori Harvey. They don't care. You don't want to get down with the program? Peace. And ain't even being mad. Like, shout out to Lakari. Ain't about being mad at Lori Harvey. She did what she was supposed to do. But men are not going for women who are. I promise you, if men were to do this, I guarantee women would change. Women would change immediately. They'll realize, wait a minute, why are the men not? And there's many videos. I seen a video yesterday when a woman's like, why? I'm just saying, why are not men coming after me? You're here now, you made it. Why are not men coming after me like they should? Because you're not feminine. You look cute, your nails done, but your attitude is crappy. It's a demand for femininity. And until women wake up and realize that, you'll lose your husband. You'll lose your boyfriend. You'll lose everything around you, and you'll be 50 years old, 45 years old, or however old you are, wandering in the wilderness, going around the mountain, wondering why I can't get a good man. It's because you have been the man. Let me say that again. You can wander around in the wilderness all you want. You can go with the group and say, we don't like men. You can go and do all that. At the end of the day, baby, the reason why men don't want you, you're not in your femininity. You're too busy trying to be the man. And don't come on here. This is what we got to do. You don't have to do this. You do not have to be the man. You do not have to be the man. Stop that lie. Stop that narrative. I know it feels good to say that. We had to do this because ain't nobody else was here for us. We had to do, first thing you're going to say, the reason we had to do it because most men are gay. Next of them, they're locked up. The other ones, they married. The other ones, they're cheating. But you want to blame everything on the external things and not on the internal things of what you need to do as a woman. Be feminine. Find out what the man that you want, that you desire. Find out what he wants. And I guarantee he wants to eat a plate full of femininity. So it is a demand. We can say it is demand for masculinity all we want. But the reality, men are looking for feminine women. The next point I want to make is very, very important. And I need you to hear me on this. Because a lot of women are scared to step into their femininity because they're afraid that if they step into their femininity, that they are going to become a pushover. Who's told you that? Who has lied to you? Who has hoodwinked you to believe? Who has tricked you that being in your femininity is a disservice to you? Who has manipulated you with social media and with this culture that if you're in your femininity, that you're going to get the bad end of the stick? Who has lied to you? Why has your mama and your aunts lied to you that being in your femininity is the worst thing that you can do? So many women are afraid to step into their femininity because they're afraid of the boogeyman, something that ain't even there. They're afraid that something's going to happen to them that's not going to happen to them. And they suffer for years and they wake up years later and wonder, wow, I messed up all these years where I could have been with someone or I could have been walking in my femininity. And guess what? And I would have been happy. Let's be very true. Let's be very clear. You're happy. Your happiness is tied to your femininity. You show me a woman who is happy being in her masculinity. Every woman, I know a one, and or where she's listening, she was listening. First thing she told me, this is what she told me. LDA, what's going on? Nothing. I said, Friday. What are you doing Friday? I don't have nothing to do. I'll see you at 2:00. Be ready, lunch. Boom, hang up, done, text. She does not want to make the decision. Women are tired of being in their masculine energy. They're already in the jobs that they don't really want. If a woman were to be honest, they really don't want to go to work. Oh boy, it's so quiet in there.
You can't make this up.
They don't really want to go to work. If they could, and they can get the money, and there's a man that's there, they would not do it. They'll go to work because they want to, but the reality of it is they wouldn't do it. Nope. They want to be able to not make the decisions. They want to be in their femininity. And what happens is why they can't sleep at night is because the masculine and the feminine are fussing are debating inside of them. Some women confuse being a feminine as being a hoe. Yeah, right. So the reason why some of you women can't sleep at night, I'm trying to help some women out. You can't sleep at night. Got insomnia, chronic pain in your lower back, and on your shoulders. It's because you are having a fight inside of you with your masculine and feminine energy. They are fighting inside of you. The world is telling you, be independent, be a bad chick, be the boss chick, be a boss chick. Go for the bag. Okay. You don't need no man. We got this. They're telling you all of that. But they ain't telling you the results or the consequences of being that type of woman. They have not given you they say do all those things, and the next thing they're going to do is prescribe a drug for you to try to numb the pain of you being in your masculinity. They're going to prescribe some drugs for you so that you can ease the pain of you being the woman. You can fry up the bacon. You can bring it home. They can tell you all that things, but what they're going to do is give you some drugs to make you numb yourself for you being in your masculinity. Y'all don't believe me? Check it. Oh, you think I'm playing? Who buys the most wine and who buy more wine? Please, somebody tell me who if we were to look at, and I can be wrong of this, so we can look statistically, but we look at it. What think about it. Where do women? What do? They're going to get some wine to numb, to relax, to get them calm down. Let me get another drink. I got problems. Things are going on. They do all that. Why? To numb, to make them go, Calgon, take me away. So they consume alcohol, which mess up their liver. Cirrhosis of the liver. They drink alcohol to wash their problems away of being in their masculinity. Or they had a man, hey, let me take some of the burden off of you. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So you think I'm trying to bash women or come against women? I'm a misogynist. You don't care about women. Where's your mama? Where's your sister? Where's your auntie? No. You understand. You're trying to numb your inability to walk in your femininity. When a woman, I know a friend, I'm going to leave her, I'll just say Davis. That woman, she has things going on, whatever the case may be, but she knows how to walk in her femininity. When we come around each other, she call me Mr. Adams, I call her Miss Davis. She's in her femininity. In her femininity. She relaxes, boom, get in the car and we ride. Why? She doesn't have to put the cloak, don't have to put the suit on of being the man. Do you understand? Do you understand why there's such a demand? Yes, a demand for men, but there's a demand for you as a woman to be in your femininity. It is healing. It is healing when a woman is in her femininity. Do you understand that? It is so much healing when a woman just embraces her femininity and actually drinks from it her own self. Do you understand the difference? Men deal with their stresses and things in life another way. But what happened is we have women trying to do it the same way as a man because everybody want to be equal. You're not equal. We're not the same. But you understand, when a woman walking her femininity is actually healing for her. She gets to rest. She gets to run through the flowers. She gets to let her hair down. Hopefully she got some hair. And she gets to be who she can get to just flow and go dance to the music, move her hips. Do you understand that there's healing? Why there's such a demand? Why? This is the thing. But yet, yes, I do have a question. Sure, put your question out there. But there's healing in it. There is so much healing when a woman is in her femininity. So much. It almost makes me, it disappoints me when I see women not in their femininity. And it also disappoints me when women are in their fake femininity, or when women are in their toxic femininity. Because we nobody want to talk about that. When women are in their toxic femininity. Because y'all know, it's funny. Women are not toxic, but they don't, certain girlfriends they don't deal with, or certain women they don't deal with. Well, you think men want to deal with that type of woman either? We know she crazy, and you know her crazy. Why we want to deal with her? Okay, good question. How am I expected to be feminine if my man is expecting me to give him monetary gifts and flowers? That sounds like great. Your femininity is not determined by what you do or don't do. Your femininity in so many words. So in your question, how am I expected to be feminine? You're expected to be feminine because that's who you are, regardless of anything. Now, If my man is expecting me to give him monetary gifts and flowers, if he's expecting you to give monetary gifts and flowers, it sounds like that's his love language. Give the consumer what he wants. It doesn't take away from you being what? Feminine. Great question. Great question. It sounds like you want to get the monetary gifts and the flowers. And you think by getting a gift that it depletes you as being a feminine woman. Actually, no, you giving. I know a woman now. I ain't gonna say who she is. She takes care of her husband. When he has a birthday, she makes sure that man has food laid out, gifts, things, his favorite drink, a cigar ready. Is that take away from her being feminine? No, sister. No, it does not. It does not. With a woman that ain't doing anything tangible, I'm telling you, I promise you. If he expects that, it sounds like his love language. Give the man what he wants. As they would say, hold your head up, it's a stick up. I know it's hard. I know it's a hard thing. You asking from a man, I'm gonna give you straight up. I ain't give you no sugar. Like my governor said, I ain't giving you no sugar cookies. I ain't giving you no spice. I ain't giving you nothing. I'm giving you straight up. It sounds like you want to give some gifts. You feel that only a man, you feel like maybe, and I'm just thinking, you thinking that it's only applicable for women to receive gifts and flowers. Do you know? Do you know? I wish I can pull it up. I got a card on Father's Day, a couple years back from someone. A card. She got me my favorite candy, drinking something else. She got me something, my favorite candy, and she got me something else and something else. Brought it to my house. Do you know I still got that card to this day? Now the candy's gone. The candy is gone. The candy's all gone. Trust me. Did that take away from her femininity? No, it did not. It did not take away from this young lady's femininity at all. She peeped out with LDA light, got his favorite candy. And I don't really eat candy that much, but it was a particular type of candy she got. She got a card and she got something else, but I can't remember the other thing item she got. Guess what? She came in here, bounced up here with a nice fitted dress on. When she walked across the street, a guy was driving his car. He almost crashed his car looking at her. And I just smiled like, yeah. She came over, hair was flowing, had the gift for the LDA for Father's Day. Did that take away from her? She sashayed up the steps going up to the door where I live at. And she was in all of her essence as a feminine woman. After she gave me the candy, I feel like talking now. There was some more candy that was delivered. Do you understand how it works? It doesn't take away from you being a feminine woman. That woman didn't lose anything by doing that for me. Nor does it take away anything when we went we had a picnic and I planned everything. Asked her what she liked to eat and what she don't. And we went to a certain place. Do you understand? It doesn't take away from you. I can still remember the dress. I think I still have the picture of what she had on that day when she brought that Father's Day gift. I'm like, wow, you brought me a Father's Day gift. And then you knew what kind of candy I wanted. Do you know what that did for me? And she just smiled. She smiled. And I was like, oh. She smiled and I was like, oh, working what she got. Thank you, William. Thank you. That's exactly it. She smiled. Didn't want anything. It was a little, we enjoyed each other. I think about it. That was years. I don't know how many years ago that was. Guess what? Guess what? I still remember that. I still got the card on which she wrote me on Father's Day. Come on. What's going on, Uncle Allen? I still remember that. So no. It does not take away from you from doing that. See, that's the thing. Not you, not just you. A lot of women feel that if I do this, it's going to take away from me getting anything from him. Don't do that. Don't do that. Bless your man in multiple ways. Come to the mic. Talk to the mic. Monetary, gifts, praises. See, femininity has no problem praising masculinity. Femininity has no problem praising masculinity. Femininity has no problem praising what? Masculinity. And that's what have been the same. It was just, I promise you, a feminine woman has no problem praising her masculine man. She actually has respect for him. Do you understand that there is a demand for feminine women? And let me say this too, because I know I got to get ready to go. Let me say this, and not no part-time femininity. Let me show my femininity and just get the man and get the ring, and then I turn into the werewolf. Oh, I know what I'm talking about. You'll be feminine all the time, going on dates. You'll be real down. So you whatever you want, daddy. I got you. And you do all that. As soon as you get a ring on it, or as soon as you get a commitment, you turn into the werewolf. No part-time femininity. Either you feminine, you're going to be it, or you're not. Men don't want the trick bag anymore. That's why they're vetting you. Maybe that's what Michael B. Jordan was doing, was vetting her. She looked good. She looked feminine, but he was checking. She might have been a trick bag. I ain't mad at her. Don't be coming out the trick bag because you got the ring and now you turn into a werewolf. You don't get up because you only sleep, you sleep during the day and you get up at night because you're a vampire. Come on. Don't do that game. You're gonna be feminine for real and not for fake. So is it a demand for femininity? Yes, it is. And let me say this for those, I heard it in this ear. Let me say this. Your femininity is not predicated on the man. Your femininity. See, I know this whole thing. I'm going to be feminine if he masculine. Your femininity should be who you are, regardless of who you with or not. See how that excuse go? How you don't want to activate who you are because I ain't doing it because I ain't doing it. That's just real talk. Your femininity is not predicated on the man. See how we don't want it? They don't want to be no accountability. It is predicated on you. I know women who do not have a man, but they are so doggone feminine. Oh, you're very welcome, Jackie. They are so doggone feminine. They ain't got no man, but they can get a man at the boop, drop of a hat. You know why? Because it's not predicated. See, we try to make it predicated on if he's a masculine man or he's this type of man, then I'm gonna be feminine. Your femininity is your responsibility. I got to say that because so many women get into that trick bag. When I'm gonna be who I am. I'm gonna be rough and tough. Forget that. I shoot. All that shaking the head and moving your head back and forth. Okay, that's good and dandy. Your femininity has nothing to do with your man. It has everything to do with your choice to walk in your femininity. The same thing I would say to a man. His masculinity has nothing to do with a woman. It has everything to do with him being a man. Y'all better get this game. I'm telling you, or not.
Execute Order 66.
Promise you. We want to make it always the other person's. I ain't doing this because the other person ain't doing it. When I hear that argument, I sit back and laugh. It's like, oh, you ain't ready yet. You haven't matured yet. The maturity is this. You're doing it because this is what you do. I'm masculine with or without a woman. I'm masculine when I jump in my car and I go eat by myself. I'm masculine when I'm eating with someone. If I need to change up, something's wrong. I'm putting on the front. And that's the song says there's no front. No, there's no future in the fronting. So I ain't going to front like that. I'm going to be masculine. It has nothing to do with if the woman is in her, let me say something this, because y'all going to need to hear this. If the woman happens to be in her masculine, and I'm in a masculine, my masculinity will always win over her because I will dominate. Catch what I just said. If I happen to see a woman and we interact and she's in her masculine, my masculinity would dominate her masculinity all day, every day. Let me say that again. My masculinity will dominate her masculinity all day, every day. And she's going to have to make a decision, stay in her masculinity or go to where it's safe, which is in her femininity. Nobody wants to talk about it like this. So I laugh. And my masculinity doesn't have to be loud and boisterous. It's a quiet storm that will sweep you off your feet. And I don't even have to say much. But it's the internal confidence inside in my masculinity that either she's going to go with the flow or she's going to buck up. And she's like, you know what? I can't take it. I can't be masculine with him. So just in case, so for those who want to question, and I need you guys to hear that, if she happened to be in her masculinity, my masculinity would dominate her. I will make sure that happens. I don't even have to push to make sure it happens. It will be exuding off of me. I have women say, I normally be cussing. I don't want to cuss around you, LDA. My masculinity demands that I don't want to hear all my cuss words from a woman. Oh, you got some true stories. Now that started another conversation because I have some true stories for you. Oh boy, I'll be good to hear. But since I'm coming to the end of the show, I'm already past my time. I promise you, there's a demand for women being in their femininity. And if you choose not to be, oh well, we don't care. What men will do, I mean, just be real honest and real clear. Men will have sex with you, but they will not give you his name. Men will have sex with you, but he will not give you the most valuable thing, which is his name. So all y'all think y'all rough and tough. Well, I can get a man, ain't no problem, but you don't got his name. You can get tons of men. You can be for the streets. Don't mean you have his name. You do not have the most valuable thing, which is his name. Because I hear women talk about, well, I have no problem I have no problem getting a man because I got the good stuff. But you don't have the man's name. Well, and the first thing I say to retort that, well, I got my own name. That's why you don't have the man name, because you think your name is more better than his. Or you dealing with a lame. They'll have sex with you. I just got to be clear. Men will trust me. Men will have sex with you and won't think 2 cents about it. Won't think 2 cents about it. Y'all don't want. Y'all don't. Just be very clear. Our biological imperative is what? For us to have sex. We'll have sex with you. Smile. Oh yeah, it was good. Yeah, baby. Yeah, But you will not get our name. You will not get our name, our last name. That's where the real power is. Only the feminine woman, the man who is wise, gives his name to the feminine woman who understands his mission. That being said, this is Lawrence D. Adams. You know I'm out. Peace. And there it is. Wait a minute. Y'all make sure y'all leave a comment after the video. When this video ends, leave a comment after there. It lets out the please. I didn't give out. I need you to give to me. Leave a comment after the video on YouTube. It lets YouTube knows that what we're doing over here is of traction and of good value. If you've been blessed, you've been got something from this, leave a comment after the when this ends. Not before, after. Leave a comment afterwards. Say it was a good show, you hated the show, whatever the case may be. Leave a comment afterwards. I appreciate it. This is Lawrence E. Adams. I'm really am out. Peace.